These days, I don't really care for all that empty conversation. No. These days, I don't care for competition. You're the one that's racing. No, I don't really want to talk about what I got.
Hey my loves, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another video. In today's video, I will be showing you guys how to create a neon light using Blender, Sims 4 Studio, and any editing software that you guys would like to use. If you guys are new to my channel, welcome. Hey y'all, my name is Bree. If you guys are interested in any Sims 4 content, feel free to hit that subscribe button. Make sure that y'all give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to hit that post notification bell to be notified whenever I upload another video. Also, y'all, I know y'all be on TikTok because I be on TikTok, so make sure you guys go ahead and follow me on TikTok. The link will be in the description below. I also link all of my other social media platforms, so feel free to go ahead and follow me over there as well. Also, I created a Discord server for us so we can all communicate. So if you guys want to stay up to date with me, all types of stuff, y'all, make sure y'all go ahead and join the Discord server. That link is in the description as well. Let's go ahead and get into this tutorial. So since I'm an organized person, I like to keep my Blender files and my CC files in one folder. So what I did was place my neon lights tutorial folder on my desktop. I have other folders for my recent neon lights, but this one is just specifically for this tutorial. If you guys want to do that, go ahead and create a folder and place it anywhere on your device. Moving on, the first software that we'll be downloading is Blender 3.6.0. so you will not be hitting download automatically because this is not 3.6.0. this is Blender 3.6 point, I think 2 or 3, one of them. But let's go ahead and go to download, and let's go ahead and click previous versions. Click on download any Blender and then scroll down until you find 3.6. And in here, this is where you'll have all the Blender versions. So this is the most recent, and this is the one we'll be using. So I like to download this 3.6.0 Windows Time64.msi. Yeah, that's the main one I download, y'all. I don't know about the other ones, so yeah, I will link this in the description so you guys can just head over onto this page right here and just hit download. For our second software, we'll be using Sims 4 Studio. If you guys don't know what Sims 4 Studio is, Sims 4 Studio is a software where you create your custom content with. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to download the Sims 4 Studio open beta version. Okay, so while I was editing this video, I did notice that I forgot to let you guys know that this video is only for Windows users. Say like you have Mac or any other computer, I don't know how to work Blender and Sims 4 Studio and all that on your computer. Since I have a Windows computer, I'm going to be clicking on Windows 3.2.1.1, and I'm going to scroll all the way down. Make sure you guys read, okay? Before you even install anything, y'all, make sure y'all read because you never know what could go wrong. And if you guys read, the description, they will tell you everything you need to know. Anyway, as you guys can see right here, it says it uses Blender 2.76 or 3.6, and we will be using 3.6. So yeah, hit that download installer version, and yeah. Okay, so now that you have both softwares downloaded, what you're going to do is insert the Sims 4 Studio. And as you guys can see down here in the right hand corner, you have your creator name. Go ahead and type in your creator name. And once you do that, under object, hit create 3D mesh and hit object. What we're going to do in this search bar right here is type in wall light. And this third one right here, we'll be clicking on that one and then hitting next. And as you guys can see now, it's asking you to place your package file into your game. But what I want to do is I'm going to place it in my neon lights tutorial folder. I put in my creator name, the name of the neon light, and after that I usually put like a little heart or whatever, but it's okay. Just for this tutorial, I'm not going to put that. So what we're going to do is hit save and let it load in. Okay, let's click on Studio, and same thing for the name. We're going to put in our creator name and the name of our neon light. And in the description box right here, you're welcome to put whatever you want to put. what for me, I put made by, and then I put my creator name, and yeah, and then you could also create a price, you know, however much you want the neon light to cost. I put 25. Okay, so now what we want to do is go ahead up here into this left hand corner, hit settings, and as you guys can see, we want our blender path to be on Blender 3.6. So if you guys do not know how to do that, go ahead and hit the three dots right here. Go to this PC, wherever your softwares are downloaded to, make sure you click on that. For me, mine is downloaded in my C drive. So what I'm going to do is hit C, Program Files, Blender Foundation, hit Blender 3.6, hit Blender, the application, and then hit Open. And I hit Save. Okay, so now what we want to do is go ahead and click on Meshes. Make sure your mesh is LOD 0 high. Then what we're going to do is hit Export Mesh. And what we're doing now is creating a Blender file. Go back into my Neon Lights tutorial folder. And I'm going to create a name for this. So I'm going to call it Wall Lighting. I'm just say OB. And then I'm just going to hit save. So now it's exporting, and once it's finished, I will be moving on to the next step. Okay, so now in that folder that you created where we placed a Blender file, we're going to double click on the Blender file. Okay, as you can see, we are now in Blender and our wall lighting is placed. To move around like this, I hold down the scroll button in the middle of the mouse, and to zoom in, I just scroll up and scroll down using the middle scroll button as well. First things first, we want to make sure we're in object mode. To see that, go ahead and click down here, make sure it's object mode. And now what we want to do is left click on Studio Mesh 1, and using the shortcut key tab on your keyboard, we're going to enter edit mode. To get out of edit mode, you can also hit tab again and it'll go back into object mode. But we're going to make sure we hit tab. Okay, once we do that, what we want to do is hit the shortcut key A to highlight the object. Now that we have the object highlighted, what we want to do is hit X on our keyboard to delete the vertices. And then we want to go ahead and enter back into object mode. So our next step is to add in the text. So now what we want to do is go down here to where it says add, scroll up until we find the text and click on that. And as you guys can see right here, we have text. I'm going to shift click and hold down the scrolling icon just to move my screen over to where I can see the whole text. Now what I'm going to do is hit tab, backspace, backspace, backspace. Tab is to go back into edit mode so we can go ahead and type in what we call our neon light. I put mine as O baby, and I'm going to scroll out so I can see for sure. And I'm going to go ahead and hit this part, go in the middle and hit enter, and I'm going to space this out a little bit. Yeah, I like that. Okay, so we're going to do it just like that. And now what I'm going to do is hit tab again to go back into object mode. And now what I'm going to do is hit RX, the keys RX and 90, and then hit enter. And as you can see, our text is now facing us. So now over here where it has the A and it says data, click on that and scroll until you find horizontal and vertical. We're going to remove left and put center instead, and from vertical we're going to put middle, and then we're going to go back over here. Let's find move, and let's move the letters forward a little bit because we do not want it to be directly on that part. Okay, let's do that. And now I'm going to go back in and edit. So what I like to do is go into line spacing just so that they don't be like directly spaced out like this. Where was it at? Like this, because y'all, I don't like that. So I'm going to go ahead and put it to my liking, my word spacing. Okay, I like that. So we're going to do that, and character. No, we're going to leave the character alone. So now what I like to do is I like to size it down so that it doesn't look this big, because once we export it and it looks like this, y'all, this light is going to be huge. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit S, the shortcut key, S on your keyboard, to size it down Don't want it to be too big. I think that's cool. So now what I'm going to do is back over here, open up geometry and open up font. Let's go ahead and just add the font. So now we're on defont.com because y'all, I wanted to find some more fonts for my font folder because y'all, I have a lot of fonts, but I feel like it's time to, you know, add some more. And I also want to show you guys how to, you know, install fonts. So I'm going to choose between these two. I want both of them, so I'm really going to download both of them. And yeah, this font is called Ballerina. I think that's what it is, Ballerina or yeah, I don't know. Y'all see it right there. Yeah, y'all see that. Okay, it's up here too. Yeah, y'all see this? Yeah, that's what it's called. Anyway, let's go ahead and hit the download button for that one, and then let's go ahead and go back to this one. This one is called Back Home, and we're gonna also download this one as well. When I download stuff, all my downloads go into my documents folder, so that is where both of these fonts went into. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to hover over these two, and I'm going to actually extract each archive to a separate folder. So yeah, let's go ahead and click on this, double click on that. I'm gonna double click on this, and I'm gonna install because I want it to be installed into my computer. Go ahead and go out of that because it has finished. And then where's the other one? Barlina. Let's go ahead, double click on that, hit install, and it has finished installing. Now I'm going to go ahead and double click on these and cut it and place them into my fonts folder. As y'all can see, I have so many fonts because y'all, I love having fonts. All right, let's go back into this folder, paste that there. Let's go ahead and delete that, and then let's go ahead and head back into Blender. Now that we're back in Blender, what we want to do is add our fonts. So as you guys can see, we have our A button selected, and down here where it says font, we're going to go to regular and then open font. This is where we're going to open our files where our fonts are placed, and my font is placed on my external drive. You guys can place your fonts anywhere you want. And now we're going to scroll down until we find both of the fonts that we had installed. So I'm going to see how both of them look because, you know, I gotta choose one. Okay, and I'm indecisive. So oh, this is cute though. To switch from this font to a different font, we're going to hit X to unlink it. And then we're going to go ahead and click on that same folder icon and go back into our fonts folder. And now I'm going to search for the Back Home one. Here, okay. Oh, this is cute. Y'all, I'm going to put the fonts in the description below as well. I might even make this downloadable, okay? I might even make this downloadable. So up here, as y'all can see, is like flat. When we scroll down to where it says round object, well, the bevel, the round object profile, depth and resolution, we're going to go ahead and click on the depth and click on this arrow right here because we want to make it rounder. See, as y'all can see, it's getting rounds. Now I'm going to go back up here to extrude and see. I want it thick, so I'm going to go to 25. Okay, like that. That's cute. Let's go to 27. We got our little, you know, fonted text. Okay. Oh, if you guys want to make it italic, like sideways, under the transform, hit shear, and then just keep clicking it. You know, play around with it, make it how y'all want to, you know. This y'all like, okay? Do whatever y'all want to do. Don't forget, y'all, in game, y'all can size it down using the bracket keys. Okay, so once we're done with the text, now what we're going to do is we're going to change this into a mesh. What we want to do is make sure we're in object mode, and from there you want to click on object down here. Just go all the way up until you find convert, and then we're going to scroll till we find mesh. Convert to mesh. Once we do that, we want to hit tab to go into edit mode. Okay, now that we're in edit mode, what we're going to do now is go ahead and hit Alt and on the keyboard to turn our normals inside. So we're going to click on recalculate inside. And as you can see, when we click on that, it's highlighted or it's checked inside. Now what we want to do is go ahead and hit tab to go back into object mode. And from here, we're going to scroll down till we find modifiers. Once we do that, hit add modifiers, and now we're going to find a decimate. Let's go ahead and click on planner, and the angle limit, we're going to change it to 24. Now, if you guys don't want it to be this disordered, you can always go down to 15. You can change it to your angle limit you want, but we're going to do 24. Now what we want to do is merge our text in our Studio Mesh 1 file. So what we're going to do is hover over Studio Mesh 1 and shift click text, and as you can see, we have them both selected. So after that, what we're going to do is hit Control J to bring them together. Now what we want to do is hit Studio Mesh 0, and we're going to scale that down to it's at 0. Now what I'm going to do is down here where it says Resize, it should pop up for you. Go ahead and click on that and just type in 0 for all of them. And as you can see right here, it has disappeared. Okay, before I move on to the next step, I want to make it clear. Do not delete the Studio Mesh 0 on this part at all. Do not delete it. Just resize it down to where you have the X, Y, and Z as 0. You just want to make it disappear. You don't want to delete it. Okay. So now what we want to do is click on Studio Mesh 1. Go into edit mode. Hit tab. Select A. And as you can see from here on the left side, as you can see, it has opened up. It looked like a building to me. Okay, we're going to say it opened up the building. And now what we're going to do is go ahead on here and click image, select new, and then what you want to do is hit OK, and it's going to make an even bigger building. Okay, so now that we have that all set, what you want to do is go ahead up here into the left hand corner, or the top left hand corner, hit file, and we're going to hit save as, and into our main folder that we created, our Neon Lights tutorial folder, or whatever folder that you placed yours in, we're going to call this Oh Baby Light. Okay, and I'm going to save it as that. So we're going to hit save. Okay, so we're not done yet. Now what we want to do is, now we get to delete Studio Mesh 0. Now click on Studio Mesh 0, and from there, right click on it and hit delete. Hit Studio Mesh 1, go down into scene, and from here, the cut, we want to change that to 0. And now what we want to do is go back up here onto file, and make sure you click save as, because we do not want to overwrite that light blend that we created. But now we're going to name it Oh Baby Shadow, or your neon light in shadow, whatever you want to call it, and hit save as. Okay, you guys, so because I do not have Photoshop at the moment, I'm going to go online and I'm going to find a free editing software, which is going to be Pixlr. I'm going to go ahead and click on Pixlr Advanced Photo Editor, and from here, you guys, we're going to create a new texture file for the color of our lighting. I'm going to name it white because that's the color we're going to be using. You can use whatever color you want. The width and the height, we want to make it 64 by 64. And I'm going to check on background, because from there, so we don't have to manually do it ourselves, I'm going to have the color white. You guys can choose whichever color you want. So say for instance you want it to be purple, go ahead and make it purple. Just go ahead and play around with it. Whatever color y'all want, go ahead and use that. And once I did that, I'm going to go ahead and hit create, and now we have our texture file created. In the top left hand corner, we're going to hit file, hit export, and then let's hit quick export page as PNG, and we're going to save it into the folder that we created from the beginning, and hit save. Okay, so now that we have our texture image done, we're going to go ahead and head back into the Sims 4 Studio, and we're going to go over to meshes, and this is where we'll be importing our lighting and our shadow mesh. So starting from LOD0, this will be LOD0 to LOD2. These three will be our light textures. So our light blend. So what I'm going to do is import mesh, and from there, as you can see, it took us into that folder that we created from the start. And I'm going to click on the Oh Baby Light blend, and we're going to let that import. It may take a while, it may not even be long for you, but for me, y'all, it take me a minute, so I'm going to come back. Okay, so our first LOD has now finished loading or importing. So now what we're gonna do is go ahead and head onto LOD 1 medium, and let's go ahead and import the second one. Now that all of our light LODs are finished, we're gonna go ahead and move on to the shadow LODs. So we're gonna hit shadow LOD 0 high, import, and then we're gonna import the Oh Baby shadow. Okay, so as you can see, all LOD lighting and all of the LOD shadows are all finished. Okay, so now we're gonna go back up to LOD 0 high. We're gonna go on to texture, and down here where it says texture diffuse, we're going to import that white PNG that we created and placed in our folder. And as you can see, it has turned white. Now what we want to do is go to warehouse, scroll down until we find the second DST image. We're going to import our normals and our spec now. So I'm going to import, and since I didn't place it in this folder here, I'm going to go to where I've saved my other ones. I'm going to import my normals here, and then in the last DST image, I'm going to import my specular image. So we have our texture image, our normals, and our spec. Okay, so now we want to go down to where we have lighting, hit edit items, and I'm going to change this to white. You guys can change it to whatever color you want. Say like you have pink, you can change it to pink, but since I have it as white, I'm going to change it to white. And then I'm going to change my intensity to 120. You can change the intensity to whatever number you would like, but I changed mine to 120. And then I'm going to hit save. And once we finish with that, I'm going to go back into Studio. I usually create a catalog thumbnail using Blender, but I'm not going to do that in this tutorial. Go ahead and hit File and hit Save As. Go into Documents, go into Electronic Arts, The Sims 4, our mods folder, and place it into your mods folder. I place mine until my mods and my CC. And I'm just going to hit Save. And there you have it. Our package has now been saved, and we are now officially done creating our neon light. Now, because I want to see what it look like, and I know y'all want to see what it look like, I'm gonna go ahead and enter my game and show you guys what it looks like. Okay, so now that we're in the game, what I'm going to do in the search bar is type in my name. As y'all can see, our Oh Baby neon light is right here. Y'all, look at all my other ones, so cute. I know, right? I see this neon light. Oh my gosh, y'all, I low-key might give y'all this lighting. I might, cause it's cute. We got our white color, our other white color, you know, dim the lights. We got red. Oh, that is so cute, y'all. I like that. Oh my gosh. Got pink, purple, blue, green, period. And there, y'all, yeah. Y'all see how thick it is too, and like round periods. Y'all, I love this light. I'm really gonna get this to y'all. I'm not gonna lie. This light will be up for download, so y'all stay tuned for this. But yeah, y'all, this is how our light looks in the game. What y'all think, y'all? I love it. It's pretty. Okay, my love, so we have finally made it to the end of this video, and you guys have successfully learned how to create a neon light. If you guys enjoyed this video, if you guys found this video helpful, make sure you guys hit that thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, also turn on the post notification to be notified whenever I upload another video. I really hope you guys found this video helpful, y'all. If you really did, let me know in the comments below, and if you have any more questions or concerns, don't be afraid to, you know, ask down in the comments below. But yeah, y'all, Make sure y'all go follow me on my social medias. Make sure y'all join the Discord server. And yeah, y'all. Thank you for watching. Bye.
I don't really wanna talk about what I got coming out next. I'm not showing up to one up just to show up in front of your friends. I don't really wanna